Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Maradona! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
And he welcomes it in. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. It's a promising position. Delivers the ball. And that has been knocked clear.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Verbruggen finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable? And the shot! Adams getting this one clear. Looking for the run. And he was alert to it. Benfica have the chance to go the other way.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Still goalless. Shot could be on. Chance! It's in! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Another chance from a corner. Cruyff plays it short. Adams.
Benfica are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Ruben Dias. And it's Reinders. Played out to the right. It's a good run down the right. Knocks it into space. Deep cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Reinders. Pedri. Cruyff. That has been slung wide. Cruyff. Chance here to counter. Jensen. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Benfica have their second corner now. Cruyff goes short. Cruyff has it out wide and in space. It's anyone's ball now. And now they can spring out of defence.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Probing pass, and he's in on goal. Cross needs a header!
Benfica truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Vinicius Junior, Maradona. Caught offside that time. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Spread it left. He's found a way through. Threads one in. Gets into some space. Cross in, looks like a good one. Adams tries to clear. He's on it, can he get away? Here's the header! It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Always onto this. Costa Curta can get it clear. And that'll be the last act of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Vamos aplaudir a entrada em campo dos nossos jogadores. Substituição para o Benfica. Número 5.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Número 20.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it's Cruyff. Vinicius Junior. In by Vinicius Junior. Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Costa Curta is there, and he can pick it up. Benfica, different to some extent this half. Details on... Great chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Guardiola. Now Costa Curta.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That pass isn't the best. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, he's fizzed it forward.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, nice touch. Oh, it's a great ball here. Pedri.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Vinicius Junior. It's out for a goal kick. Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias pokes it out wide. Benfica do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Reinders. He's gone for goal! Can he get it through? Good ball, good take. And that's a danger. And the finish! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Benfica are making a change now.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Reinders. The message is clear, none shall pass. Maradona. Haaland, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's got away. He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. There's the header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Mbappe. Benfica looking to pass their way through. Now it's Haaland. Mbappe! Tries to play it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pedri. Maradona. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, they could break here. They're urging him to shoot. It's a mighty effort! Goal! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Benfica really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's going right the way across. Goes for a shot! And there's his chance to lead the counter. It's a pretty loose pass. Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. Takes a shot! It's there! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. That has been knocked clear. Cleared away. Oh, he's been caught napping. And that is as far as it goes. Benfica cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Benfica contra o Porto.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well measured. And this is Bernardo Silva.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
And that's a throw-in. Oh, terrible pass. Looks across and plays it in. Adams getting this one clear. And they're back on the ball again. There's the crossfield ball. Out to the right. Now it's Pedro Neto. And he was quick to react. And that is as far as they're going to go. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Now it's Foden. He is through here. Now the cross. Hazard.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he's only too happy to take that back. First quarter of an hour gone. Kokchu. Pedro Neto.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Hazard. Played into the box.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Messi. And Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Porto with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that should get the job done. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And that's a shot at goal! Goal! Porto! There is the breakthrough!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Porto have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Taken back almost at once. Bernardo Silva is always scanning the pitch for targets. That'll be a throw-in. And here's Hazard. Now it's Haaland. And they win it back again. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Played out wide. Now, can they get him away? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That is good alertness. And that's put paid to a promising move. Back into the middle. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Foden. That is a great pick out. And he's managed to get Haaland! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Benfica certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Ruben Neves. Looking to play him in. That is a brilliant interception. That's a lovely, delicate pass. João Cancelo promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Bernardo Silva. He's found a way through. Now, what about this cross? Beckenbauer can get it clear. Well, there's a probing ball. Chips it through. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
It's their second corner of the game.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now, who's going to be first to this? He's going for goal! Oh, a very decent attempt. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
So off we go once more.
Benfica really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Roberto Carlos. Alexander-Arnold. Mohamed Salah. Foden.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Tries to play it through, and he's intervened well there. Camavinga. Looking for options from... Oh, shooting chance! Really well taken goal. Benfica are back in business. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Benfica grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's having a shot! Goal! Benfica! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Benfica go into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And now they can clear their lines. Knocks it out wide. That is good strength. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Ruben Neves gets it away. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Referee's given a throw. Can he get it through? He's being urged to shoot. There's the shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Roberto Carlos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. Produces a cross. And it's a corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's a sharp little ball here. Haaland. And it's Bellingham. Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. Good ball, good take. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Porto on the spot for parity. And he scores! Back in business! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. Benfica clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pedro Neto has it in a wide position. Mohamed Salah threads one in. That's good vision. Now this could be a chance. He's shifting through the gears here. Shapes to shoot!
That's just playing it safe and simple. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's well spotted. A searching ball out wide. No, he's just misjudged that one. It's gone for a throw-in.
Substituição para o Benfica. Número 2. Número 47. Número 15.
Haaland! Goal! Porto! And the comeback is complete. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Porto take the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
João Cancelo. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
And this is the big chance.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Kachu!
Benfica really don't
And he's had a hit! Oh, it's hit the post! Vinicius Junior. Bernardo Silva. Salah. That ball looks a good one. Well read, nice interception. Roberto Carlos. Oh, easy pickings there. Donnarumma. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Knocks it into space. It's a promising position. There's the header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Roberto Carlos. Spread neatly. He's picked his way through. Diaz crossed. A mighty effort! And that's it. Benfica did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, you can never predict the results.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable.
Morocco against Benfica.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Morocco have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expect...
And De Bruyne! That is decidedly lacking.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's worked it through. Tries a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Batistuta really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
That was superb goalkeeping.
Pele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Threads one in. Oh, that's a key interception. It's a good run down the right.
Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola, someone who can dictate the tempo, and his appreciation of the game is a step above most.
Yeah, he's a thinking man's footballer, isn't he?
Indeed, and I'm really looking forward to watching him.
Pele tries to pass it through. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Diaz crosses. That is a brilliant interception. Now it's Batistuta. And they can counter here. Now it's De Bruyne. Roberto Carlos. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Yamal going full tilt down the right-hand side. Benfica still without a single shot on target. Nicely weighted ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's had it taken off him. Adams over to the left. Diaz might just make this. And he welcomes it in. Oh, the keeper's done wonderfully well there.
Listen, in those situations, he always looks as if he's in control. He never seems to get flustered. Exemplary.
Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's been shifted off it. Cruyff. And he plays one through. Oh, what's he done? He's picked his way through. And it's Roberto Carlos. João Cancelo. Bellingham. Not the most accurate pass. Adams. Costa Curta. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Played out to the left flank. Back into the middle. Shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
Bellingham. Morocco have it back and can go again. And he's making progress on the ball. Yamal. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he thumps it clear. Throwing. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta! And that has been clubbed away. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Diaz. Now it's Reinders. Now, can they get him away? That is good alertness. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
We are glad to inform you
So,
that
both
today's
teams still
match day
stuck on the starting
programs
blocks
are
here,
available from
0-0
stands
at the
located
break.
by the gates. I'm sure they will make fine souvenirs.
And we're underway again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Now it's Diaz. He's looking wide. And here's Roberto Carlos. The ball goes in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And it's Reinders. Can he finish? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Pete.
Shapes to shoot! He's delivered all right!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Benfica have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Distributed tidily. Reinders. Now it's Puskas. Puskas! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
That is good strength. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Batistuta. Chance, surely! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Well timed, excellent interception. Cruyff. That ball looks a good one. Puskas was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Played back in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0. Played into space. Bellingham with the... Puskás! Oh, the ball's in for the pieces! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That's really well cleared. Taken back almost at once.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's shifting through the gears here. Puskás. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Adams did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's gone out for a throw-in. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Takes aim and crosses. Great chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Benfica clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Puskás and Puskás! And that would have been game, set and match.
Puskás has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And it's Guardiola. Great vision. Yamal. Oh, what has happened here? And it's hoisted clear. And he's had a hit. There was plenty of power on that. He's having a hit!
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Diaz providing an outlet on that flank. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And time is up. Benfica have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Puskás taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Lost children's announcement.
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers.
And he's let fly! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Haaland. Kutchu, out towards the flank. And he's intervened well there. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham! Just off target.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Ambitious ball here. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
And that is expertly dealt with. Diaz. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Beckenbauer. Benfica have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Distributed tidily. Oh, that's fabulous. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Nicely weighted ball. Hazard with the delivery. He rises! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Roberto Carlos. Threads one in. Costa Curta. Ruben Neves. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Benfica, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. João Cancelo. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Benfica looking to pass their way through. He's in a great position here. Chance! Goal! Benfica! The breakthrough strike! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Benfica have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that, certainly.
There's the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Haaland made himself the key component of a very good move. That's how you get behind a defence.
Costa Curta. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Diaz in acres of space out wide. Great chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Ronaldinho, a player who needs no introduction. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, important interception.
Ronaldinho really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until...
Ah, he's given it away. So much chance for a shot! We've got a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Benfica with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. It's a mighty effort! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Costa Corta. He won't be happy with that one. That has not gone well. It's a throw-in. Nice-looking ball. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Ruben Neves. And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. Second period then underway.
Benfica clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's...
And the shot! It's there!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Shapes to shoot! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? Bellingham powering forward here. Well-timed, excellent interception. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Tries to pass it through. Aims beyond the defence. Ronaldinho could try cutting inside here. Costa Corta defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Ruben Neves. Deftly out wide. Diaz. So, can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Ah, that's a fine interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's been slipped through. He's got away. Bellingham couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
That has been cut short. Kukçu, who's set up one goal so far.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, they could be caught out here. Now, it's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Substituição para o Sporting. Número 16.
Sporting can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So all square and not is having a shot! Goal! Sporting! And again they hit the front. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Sporting get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's Kukçu. He's had a shot! Sensational from Haaland! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Yeah, and he did well.
It's Asa! And that's caused a worry or two.
Hazard really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Sporting making consecutive changes here.
Número 10. Ronaldinho. Vão dar os seus lugares a...
Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Bebeto takes control of it and he's on the move. Now it's Diaz.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Benfica really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Van Basten. And this is Van Basten. Real chance! Goal! Sporting! Into the lead once more. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And now the breakaway. Oh, Red, nice interception. Nicely spread. Back into the middle. Brilliantly cut out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Benfica clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rijkaard. Sporting clearly now in lead preservation mode. It's a searching pass. Good read, needed to be.
Sporting nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And he's had it nicked away. Knocks it into space. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Hazard. Beckenbauer. Hazard is in a really good position out wide.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Hazard. Kukçu. And that's been intercepted. Tries to play it through. Always onto this. Now, and the finish! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased.
So that's it, it is all over. A game that is a tale of one that got away, a position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. The end of the game. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Liverpool have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Great defending, strong and determined. Sané. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. It's Maradona! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he shoots! And that has been clubbed away. And it's Sané. That has been slung wide. An instinctive delivery. Oh, he's been caught napping. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Liverpool have their second corner now. It's there! I doubt very much that this was in the script. Bale. Reinders. And it's Ruben Neves. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! He's done very well to get to that.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Benfica are looking to go forward now.
Benfica are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Foden. João Cancelo. Beckenbauer, the man we've all come to watch. Bale might just make this. It's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Cruyff. Well, that is one way to stop him. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Roberto Carlos is behind this one.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Ruben Neves! They want to be quick to recover this. Costa Curta. And it's Ruben Neves. Hernandez promptly onto that, and that is that. And that has left him in a heap. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's got the... Goes for a shot! And he's there to get it away. Liverpool were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if...
Can he finish? That was a brilliant save.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
So their fourth corner of the game. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bale. Roberto Carlos. Can he latch on to this? Bale. Bale's cross. And that has been cleared. João Cancelo. And it's Reinders. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Sané. Mbappe. Foden. Benfica looking to pass their way through. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's looking wide.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's made its way to him. And that's an excellent interception. Hernandez.
Benfica certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Played out to the left flank. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Kukçu is the team's great visionary, and it's Sané. Threads one in. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. They're up to 5 corners now. Chance, surely! It's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
Liverpool are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Koundé. And the first half is done. So your views on the first half?
Benfica certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Would the father of a boy in a blue hat kindly make his way to the information centre?
And the action is back on the way.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Tries a shot! Johan Cruyff, unequalled in the history of our beautiful game. That is a gem, an absolute gem. And the second half is off to a flyer. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Chooses to go back. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now the climbs up big. It's a goal. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 20.
So the lead now is 2. The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
There's the delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Benfica clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
The pass has gone astray. And that's put paid to a promising move. Ruben Neves, played out towards the right wing. Benfica needing a change of fortune here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Beckenbauer. João Cancelo. Now it's Foden. Now, can they get him away? Shoots! Oh, it's hit the post! And it's in! Back to within one! Interesting! Haaland at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Benfica do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And the pass is intercepted. It's a good run down the right. Cruyff. Ruben Neves. Looking to play him in.
That's positional gold. The utilisation.
Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ruben Neves with the short one. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And that is expertly dealt with. This looks promising. Out to the left it goes. Roberto Carlos. That's been cut out, well played. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Liverpool claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Substitution in progress.
It's a lucky 7th corner. And the shot! Cleared without complication.
Pretty robust defending.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Foden. Oh, that's nice. Ruben Neves did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
He's shifting through the gears here. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
Back into the middle. Just 5 minutes left. Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's Conceição. Oh, good spread. Conceição. Ball swung in. Cleared away. It's a pretty loose pass.
There will be 5 minutes.
Crossed in once. A mighty effort! Sticks it away! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Adams tidy with his distribution. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's having a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent...
And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Haaland, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary game he had. Benfica leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Reinders. João Cancelo.
That's good play from him.
Puskas! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Benfica penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
And it's Bellingham. Yamal. That's really well cleared. And that's a throw-in. Hazard. Rodri. Looking tidy in possession here. In with the challenge. João Cancelo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Looking for options for movement. Pings it. Oh, what a climb! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Benfica leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Hazard.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Sporting applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but, of course, the returns can be terrific. Beckenbauer gets it away. And he skips past his man. And it's Xabi Alonso. And here's Hazard. Nice looking ball. That is a brilliant interception. Reinders. Xavi Alonso does well to get it back. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Costa Curta gets a foot in here. Bellingham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Xavi Alonso is behind this one.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
Hazard, and the shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Ruben Neves. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Rodri. Well, that is one way to stop him. Foden. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Van Basten. Well-timed, excellent interception. João Cancelo. Reinders. Foden. And it's Xavi Alonso. And he's there to get it away. And he's there to retrieve it. Vardiol. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Lovely feet. He's found a way past. And he's quick to get it clear again. Benfica looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Pass somewhat off target. Bellingham. Hazard. Sporting looking to pass their way through. Now it's Yamal. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Aimed beyond the defence. And they've got rid. Sporting have it back and can go again. Foden clears. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Benfica have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. That gets things going for the second half.
Benfica really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Now it's Foden. That has ended up in no man's land. And that has put paid to that. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Benfica clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's got the beating of his man. Foden.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is expertly dealt with. Well, that pass isn't the best. Puskos. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Now it's Haaland. Tries from a long way out. Oh, crossbar! Benfica are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Hazard gets into a good position. Bellingham, who does have an assist to his name. He's a sharp little ball here. Puskos, brilliantly cut out. So we've reached the hour mark. Van Basten. Rodri looking to penetrate opposition lines. João Cancelo gets good distance on it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Van Basten. João Cancelo gets rid without sophistication. Xavi Alonso. And Guardiola. And here's Van Basten. Nice interception, well timed. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And it's made its way to him. And it's Rodri. He's on it, can he get away? And it's chance! It's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Substituição para o Sporting. Número 22. Hazard.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Número 1. Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Benfica clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
That's been slipped through. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Messi. Van Basten. Kukçu gets across and deals with it. Sporting have a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Can he get on the end of this? That has not gone well. Who saw this coming? Benfica certainly weren't expecting this. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Cruyff. Camavinga. Rodri. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And he has shown him a yellow card. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 4. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
And it's Pedri. Played out wide.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Out towards the flank. And a chance! Incredible! And that has raised the roof! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Sporting complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Played back in. Takes a shot! Koundé. And it's Messi. Pedri. He can run onto that. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as you...